video is going to be about what I've learned from my breakup. As you would have seen on my previous video, I talked about how I ended my engagement. I was engaged for almost a year, but I was in a relationship altogether for 7 years, and I ended the relationship. This video, I'm just going to share with you 6 things that I learned from my breakup. So if you want to know what I learned, keep watching. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing okay. I'm doing well by God's grace. If you're new to my channel, hey, my name is Sergine. Welcome to my channel. You can just go me search. My channel is about motivating people becoming the best version of themselves. So please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, like, share, turn on your notifications so you know when next I'm going to post my videos. Also follow me on my social media platforms so we can keep in contact. The first thing that I learned through through this breakup, the most important thing for me is that you need to pray for your life partner. Guys, I can't stress this enough. To be quite honest with you, I don't regret my past relationship. Like I mentioned before, I really got to know who I was in that relationship. I learned a lot from my ex. He really encouraged me to work on myself, to be strong, to be independent, to do things, you know, for myself, to be successful and, you know, just thrive for success. And he taught me how to fight for things. And boy, that relationship wasn't a walk in the park. We had to fight for a lot of things. So I learned a lot of things, a lot of qualities that I would cherish for the rest of my life. So I don't know, because it worked out for me. Even though we didn't end up getting married, I'm still happy that I was in that relationship with him, because I got to learn a lot of things, and he was an amazing guy. But I think it's important for me to just advise someone out there that it's very important for you to pray for your future partner. Even if you're single, pray for your future partner. Pray, have a list of what you want in your husband, because obviously we all want certain things, regardless of whether it's physical, you know, intellectual. You know, have a list of things that you want, but most importantly, ask God to send you that person that is for you, that person that's going to walk through that journey of life with you, a person that you need, not a person that you want. I am aware that, you know, everyone doesn't believe in, you know, finding the one. Some people believe that anyone can be the one. I believe that there's the one, but regardless, it's just very important for you to walk through a journey with someone that God is happy with, that God is pleased with. I think it makes it much easier. And I think, you know, like I said, for my situation, I don't really regret, but I also feel like in certain situations, people just find themselves in situations whereby they just stay in a relationship for a long time, wasting time only to break up. And I feel like prayer can really save time. You know, you can spend, you know, your time building yourself, becoming the best person you can be for your future partner, instead of just being in a relationship and wasting time with somebody that is not the person that God created for you. In my case, it worked, but I'm just saying in general, it's very important for you to pray for your partner. Make sure that you spend time to pray, even if you're in a relationship. Like if you haven't watched that video, I'll put a link up there somewhere. Click on that video before you watch this one, because there's a lot of things that I'll be referring to that I mentioned in the previous video. But anyways, yeah, I don't want to talk too much on this. Please make sure that you pray and ask God to, you know, send you your life partner. And yeah, it's very, very important. Even if you're in a relationship, like, you know, when you're gonna watch my previous video, I talked about how I started praying while I was already dating. So if you're dating, it's not too late for you pray for God to still show you the way, for God to show you if that's the person for you. If not, ask him to take that person away from you, and make sure that when you're praying that you're not biased. I know it's very hard, because if you're in love with somebody and you're in a relationship, it's very hard for you to actually sincerely pray and say, God, take him away from me. But please try and get yourself to that environment, to that place where you are vulnerable and you're actually asking God to take that person away from you if they're not the one, but to take care of you after. That was always my prayer. I was always saying that, you know, God, if he's not the one for me, please take him away from me and take care of me, because I knew that was going to be hard. So please, even if you're in a relationship, it doesn't matter. Pray for your life partner, and pray that God will reveal to you if the person you're with is truly yours. If not, then God should take them away and take care of you. That's lesson number 1. Lesson number 2, I learned that it's very important for you to prioritize your feelings. Prioritize yourself and how you're feeling. I can't say this enough. You cannot make first of all, you can't make anybody happy. It's not your responsibility to make anybody happy anyway. Your responsibility is to make sure that you are happy and you're okay. It is only when you're okay that you can make another person happy, that you can be happy, or you can treat another person, you know, in a good way or in a positive manner. I feel like as soon as I found out that, you know, my ex was going back to his country, it was my responsibility to make sure that I was strong for him. And that caused me to ignore my feelings. I was ignoring a lot of my feelings and how I was feeling, you know, about different situations. I wasn't dealing with them properly. I wasn't even speaking to my ex about them, and I was ignoring it because I was putting him first. I was just like, no, he's the one that's far away. He's the one that's left me here, so he needs me. Like, there's nothing wrong with supporting him, but you can't support somebody if you're not okay. You have to be okay here. So please, you need to look after your feelings. You need to look after yourself. You need to make sure that you're happy. You need to make sure that you're okay on the inside before you can take care of anybody else. Don't ignore your feelings. If you're not okay, if you're in a relationship and you feel like you're not feeling okay, or if you're in a similar situation, make sure that you deal with your feelings. Make sure that you deal with those situations. If those feelings are coming from like an argument that you guys are having in your relationship, make sure those are resolved and you're having a conversation about it. Don't ignore your feelings, because the next thing I'm going to talk about, which is my third point, is suppressing issues. If you're not dealing with situations because you're trying to, you know, make sure the other person is happy, you are suppressing your feelings. You're suppressing how you're feeling. You're suppressing issues that you're not dealing with. Guys, the reason why I felt the way I felt at the end of my relationship was because a lot of issues were not resolved. And I got to a place whereby we couldn't resolve a lot of things because it was a lot. It was a lot of things that I was suppressing. Please make sure you're not suppressing anything. Make sure that you're getting it out. I can't beg you enough. If it means that you guys are going to spend the whole night for a whole week resolving issues, spend time resolving issues. It's better out than in, because when you're going to explode, you are going to explode. And sometimes I think this is important, even in a relationship, even if you're in a relationship with your life partner or with your destiny partner. If you're suppressing issues and you're not dealing with burning issues and things that are hurting you, things that are dragging you, things that are, you know, just taking your energy and making you unhappy about the relationship, if you're suppressing those things, you're just turning into a ticking bomb. Like, you're not happy. You're not going to be happy. So this is actually for anybody. Like, even if you're in a relationship with your life partner, make sure you're dealing with those burning issues. Make sure that you're not suppressing anything. I beg you. Make sure that you talk about it. I can't lie to you and say, now I got the whole communication thing down. No, I don't. I'm still learning. But it's very important to communicate your feelings. It's very important to communicate how you are feeling about any situation that you're dealing with right now. Anyways, so make sure that you're not suppressing things, because when you're suppressing it, it causes resentment. Okay? And you do not want to resent your life partner. You don't want to resent your boyfriend. You don't want to resent your girlfriend. So if you're with the right person, and if you're with your husband or with your wife or whoever you're seeing, make sure that you're dealing with situations so that you don't resent them. Because resentment, I mean, what's the point of being with someone if you're going to resent them? There's no point. Anyways, point number 4 that I learned from my breakup: you need to listen to your gut. Okay, guys, God speaks in different ways. God is not just going to come to you and be like,
Sergine, I don't want you to be with this person.
okay? God speaks in different ways. And most time is that gut feeling that you have inside of you. It's that Holy Spirit that you have inside of you. That silent voice, that sweet voice that is not loud. It's just so quiet. That gut feeling that you have inside of you could be God. Do not ignore your gut. If I am where I am today, it's because I followed my gut. I mean, it sounds like I'm celebrating the breakup, but I am definitely happier to know that I didn't marry the person that I felt wasn't my life partner. But it's not something that I'm obviously excited about. But if I didn't follow my gut feeling, if I didn't follow that feeling that I was feeling like there's something wrong here, something is not right here, if I didn't follow that gut feeling, I would have probably made the biggest mistake of my life. Not because my ex is the worst person in the world, he's the most amazing person I've ever met, but if he wasn't the person for me, I would spend the rest of my life being frustrated. And nobody really wants to be in a relationship or have, spend life with somebody that is frustrating them. So don't ignore that gut feeling. If you're in a relationship right now and you're feeling uncomfortable and you're feeling like there's something inside of you that is telling you that, be careful, don't ignore that feeling. The least you can do is at least to start praying, because if you're paying attention to that feeling, then you can do something about it. But do not, I repeat, do not ignore your gut feeling, okay? The fifth thing that I've learned throughout my breakup, and this is another thing that I need to stress, is that marriage counseling is very important. Like, guys, do not get married if you don't do marriage counseling. Do you know why? It's because when you're boyfriend and girlfriend, yeah, you're in love, you talk about a lot of things, a lot of aspirations, you plan things, and you're in love, yeah? You talk about things, but you don't really, like, put action in place, basically. I don't know if I'm making sense. For me, when I was engaged, don't get me wrong, when I was boyfriend and girlfriend, we were still talking about, finance, raising children and where we wanted to live. But those things were things that we were just, wishing and hoping for. When we got engaged, those became realities, okay? We had to think, how are we going to make money? What is going to be our, where's that income going to come from? Where are we going to live? How are we going to raise our children? How many children do we want to have? This is now reality. You're actually talking about the things that you're about to start doing. Before you get married, you need a house. You need to have that money to get a house. You need to have money to raise those children if you want children. Things become real. And what marriage counseling does is it helps you bring up these very important discussions to just make sure that you guys are doing the right thing. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with having those conversations and going for counseling. Like, I know counseling, most time it has like a negative connotation to it, but it's the most amazing thing that I've ever done. So please, premarital counseling is really good as well. When you're boyfriend and girlfriend, it's really good to see a counselor and speak about, your issues and stuff. But marriage counseling before you get married is very, very important. I am so glad and grateful for the fact that my church doesn't marry people until you do your marriage counseling. And honestly, there's a lot of things that I discussed during the marriage counseling session that really made me think and got me to be like, yo, I really need to pray for my relationship, because there's a lot of things that were not clear. So please do not take this for granted. If you don't have a marriage counselor in your church, pay for one. It is worth it. I'm telling you, it is worth it. It's very important. I can't stress this enough. Make sure you find a counselor, and before you get married, you talk about, issues. Honestly, you don't even have to think about those issues. Like, those issues will come up. If you have a good counselor, you will talk about these things, that they will just come up. And from then on, you can decide whether you want to go ahead or whether you don't want to go ahead, like me, or maybe if you just want to wait. But please make sure you do marriage counseling before you get married. And if you're already married, it's not too late. You can still go for counseling and discuss any issues that you're having in your marriage. The last thing that I learned is that I am strong. Guys, you know, in life, sometimes you just have to go through these situations to learn how strong you are. I did not think the last 6 months of 2018, I was broken, I was lost, I was a mess. I felt like my life was over. I felt like I can't start again after 7 years of my life. Like, where do I start from? Like, I didn't know that this time this year I will be where I am. I was in a dark, I was depressed, I was thinking about how I was actually makes me sad. But I came out of it strong. And I can't give credit to anybody else but God firstly, because God really took care of me. Because trust me, there were times when I would look at the people around me and I had a strong support system, not just any, you know, kind of support system. I had prayer warriors around me that were praying for me, but I still felt alone. Like, some of you are watching this who have experienced breakups. Like, you understand what I'm talking about. I felt like I was gone. I felt like I was alone, even though I had people around me. But I'm strong and I made it. You know, it was hard. I cried. I had sleepless nights. I didn't eat. I didn't shower. I went through all of it, but I came out strong. And it's just made me realize that, okay, I am actually a strong girl, and it's given me like a boost, like motivation to even fight harder for the things that I want in life. Like, it doesn't have to be like relationship related, just in anything. Like, I feel like I'm a strong girl and I can do anything. And I didn't want to end this video encouraging anybody that is watching me right now. If you're going through the same thing I went through, if you've just experienced a breakup, if you're just, you know, breaking up with somebody, I'm just here to tell you, girl, you are going to come out of it, and you're going to come out of it strong. Yeah? Like, if you don't believe it, just look at my life and believe me. I was with someone for 7 years, and 7 years is a lot of years. And I'm here today, and I am the happiest I've been in my whole entire life. I am so happy, not because of anyone, like just me, like not even thinking about anybody else. I am so happy with myself. I am so happy with where God is taking me. I am just happy. I just wanted to encourage you. If you're experiencing this, don't lose hope. I know you feel like it's the end of the world. I know you feel like, you know, you won't make it. You feel like this is the end of you. You feel like, how are you going to start all over again? You're asking yourself questions about why. You're asking God, why did he even allow you to be with that person? Why did he allow you to be that person? I know, and I feel you. But I just want to let you know that you're going to come out of it, and you're going to come out strong. Don't lose hope. Keep praying, and also make sure that you go through that pain, but make sure that that pain is out. Don't waste that time, you know, just crying and dealing with it here and there. No, go through that pain, go through the hurt, let it out, and then you're definitely gonna come out strong on the other side. I promise you. So if you're going through it, girl, you're gonna be just fine. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna put a link of the previous video so that this video makes sense. Make sure you go and check that out and my other videos. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like and share. And yeah, don't forget to follow me on my social media platform, and don't forget to turn on your notifications so you know every time I'm posting a video. I'm gonna sign out for now. I'm just gonna wish you an amazing day, amazing evening, amazing weekend, depending on what time you're watching me. And yeah, I'm gonna sign out. I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye. We are done.